probably comment with one sentence. How do they know that they return to Gulag if they never knew the freedom? I mean, I think this is actually the problem of lacking this enlightenment of political community. But well, my short version on your very interesting question is, I think we should try to resist the temptation to handle the history in the way which is now being done under the President Putin, who, for example, in October last year met with young historians, with people who are either PhD students or will soon have their dissertations, and he actually proclaimed the full stop on the debates of Russia's history. And this is actually, in his version, the end of history. And I think this is what we in the European Union should not do. I mean, it is the easiest way, being threatened or feeling this insecurity, to follow the political nervousness and to try to follow this example of just let us stop the debates. I think the debates is actually, although it is pathetic, is the characteristic of Western European culture, and also the culture of enlightenment, also the culture of pluralism. And if we do not follow this example, then it means we still continue viewing the history of national states as a space of problems, as a space of alternatives, of a space of scandal, a space of new discoveries, space of, let's say, sources which can be analyzed alternatively. And this is the way how we actually can try to resist this easy thinking, easy way of living. Because if you stop talking about the history, then politics of memory will colonize the academic debates, and then you will have this new regime which will be shared also by academics. But I think this then is the end of memory as an intellectual discipline.
Just to answer about instrumentalization of majority, sure, I think there are multiple instrumentalizations in political reality, because each party is fighting and using history, and used especially in the 1990s to convince voters. But I think that the analogy would be then, or more appropriate analogy would be to speak about external, because I'm speaking about external instrumentalization first of all. And then, yes, of course, we can speak about external instrumentalization also in terms of majority, because EU and NATO, before the accession actually, and that's a very plausible information, although it's not, and many scholars of international relations have referred to that some of the most influential member states of NATO and EU before the accession in the late 1990s forced the Baltic states, particularly, to change their focus on the Holocaust, in terms of how they are dealing with that, with the Holocaust and with the Nazi past. So this was also, in terms of that, we can speak about instrumentalization, how to impose the Western European narrative, or integrate the Western European narrative in the post-Soviet area, where the anti-Soviet paradigm was overwhelmingly dominating the society. So if we speak about external instrumentalization and looking for the analogy vis-a-vis the majority, then it's EU. But in terms of internal instrumentalization, I would say that both sides, or whatever, all groups are to some extent instrumentalized, of course, in terms of political communication, political reality.
So the last word is for doctoral students, and if they have nothing to comment, then I would like to invite for coffee break, and we have to leave this room no later than 4:45, because we'll have the museum tourist guided tour.
So where do we meet? Here?
Yeah, let's have coffee break together and leave together 4:45 from here.